The seventh lesson in life I learned along the way was to rely on my gut instincts when it came to dealing with people at almost every level. In the early 70s to the late 70s, I had a close friend in Montreal who had been a Swiss banker managing a group of mutual funds. They were devastated by internal fraud unrelated to him, and he became a non-indicted co-conspirator in a criminal matter. What it meant was that he couldn't get a job in the financial industry, which is all he knew. He had a wife and 2 little children, spoke 7 languages, and still could not find employment. And I reached out to him and paid his rent for a couple of years and made sure he had milk in his refrigerator and his kids reading. Several years later, my investment paid off. I saw his picture on the front page of the financial section of the Globe and Mail in Toronto, having put together, at that time, the purchase of Hamilton Brothers for $528 million, a deal that he had worked out with the Bank of Montreal, which was the largest oil deal at that time. 7th lesson in life is to feel that the person you are helping would always do the same for you, not that they ever have to respond in kind, but simply for you to be able to feel that the person involved would reciprocate if the circumstances were reversed. The 8th lesson in life, which I'm trying to impart, is as follows. What I consider my greatest successful venture in the legal profession to this point in my life has been my involvement in the gaming industry, both from a land-based and or online gaming perspective. I was in San Juan, Puerto Rico with 45 other guys on a golfing junket trip in 1988, staying at a hotel that had a casino which anticipated these 45 individuals to be gambling for a good part of the trip. However, after about 1 day and a half or 2 days of being at the hotel, eating, playing golf, and drinking extensively, 42 of the 45 guys had not gambled 1 penny, and the ownership of the hotel decided to lock them out of their rooms. 2 of my friends and I were the exception. I met with the ownership and the management of the hotel and casino, and after several hours I was able to negotiate a deal to allow the 40-odd players who were on that trip to regain access to their hotel rooms and personal effects. As a consequence of that incident, I became very friendly with the ownership of the hotel, which owned 3 casinos in Puerto Rico, and they asked me if I could assist them in trying to collect certain casino patron debt owed by Canadians. As a consequence of that beginning, I, together with several other members of my office at that time, organized gaming law conferences in 1991 1992 to take place in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas, Nevada, in regard to gaming issues affecting Canadian patrons of their casinos. As a result of that involvement, I was asked to join the board of trustees of a prestigious gaming organization headquartered in Las Vegas called IAGA in 1992, which led to my becoming the first non-U.S. president of IAGA in 2005. The 8th lesson there to be learned is do a good job for the first client and the others will follow. Number 9 lesson I've learned. Getting involved in working for great causes and or charitable foundations can be most rewarding from both a personal and a business standpoint. As a consequence of my involvement with different charities and charitable foundations from all sectors of life, some of my best business relations have developed and progressed. There's no greater feeling than the feeling one gets when you can do something to benefit someone less fortunate than you. By being involved in charitable work, it keeps your ego in check, and you can tell yourself each day, there but for the grace of God who go I can sum up lesson 9 in my life as follows. Helping family and friends is probably one of the greatest legacies you can leave, and is an excellent measuring stick in assessing your final success story in the game of life.